So in this current mirror circuit, if I ask you, let's say I change this I reference value from I reference to delta I, then how long it will take for this gate node to settle its gate potential because of this change which we are making in I reference, and then how long it will take output current to adjust itself due to the reference current change. So in general, we have studied in theory whenever reference current will change, gate potential will automatically adjust itself based on the change in current, reference current, and then output will be changed. So we assume it will be very spontaneous, there won't be any effect of capacitor or resistor, node impedance, this won't come into picture. But in reality, as soon as you make some change in the reference current, your gate voltage will take some time to settle its potential, and then after that only your I out will be settled. So there will be a time involved between I reference getting changed and then I out is changing. So what will be that delay? That we are going to calculate in this question. So we are going to calculate the time constant which this gate voltage will take to settle, and then after that how long it will take for output MOS to adjust its output current. How long this gate potential will take to adjust its voltage, this will depend on the capacitor which this gate voltage will see and also on the impedance. So let's first talk about what is the total amount of cap which this gate potential will see. So if I talk about total capacitance, so one capacitance will be between gate and source, one will be between gate and drain. Similarly, here also we will have gate to source and gate to drain. So if I write it, I can write it like CGS1, CGD1 plus CGS2 plus CGD2. Although this gate to drain capacitance of output will not be exactly same, there will be a portion of it which will form capacitance with gate. Now if I talk about this gate potential, and if I apply KCL, so I reference total current which is coming in reference branch, that will divide it into two parts because of the small delta I change. The first part will go in this MOSFET M1 and the other part will be used to charge the gate capacitance. So I can write it, I reference will go in CG into dVg upon dt plus the current which will go in this MOS M1 can be represented in a small term by Gm and Gm into VGS term. I can write it as Gm1 into Vg. This will be the equation of I reference current. Now, if I solve it further, I can write it as Cg into dVg upon dt plus Gm1 Vg equal to I reference. Let's divide this whole by Gm1 factor. So I will get Cg upon Gm1 into dVg upon dt plus Vg equal to 1 upon Gm1 into I reference. Now if you see this equation, this is the standard first order differential equation. If I write the standard first order differential equation, that would be equal to tau dy by dt plus y equal to k into ut. So if you compare this equation, standard equation, with the equation which we have derived, you will get the value of tau would be equal to Cg upon Gm1. So this is the time constant value which this gate potential will take to settle its voltage if there is any change happening in I reference current. You must be knowing, if you know the basic operation of current mirror, as soon as current will change, in order to support the same amount of current, the gate potential or drain potential of this diode connected MOS will change. So the amount of time what it will take to settle its voltage, that's what we had calculated here. Now once the gate potential will be settled, then only output current will vary. So output current will be varying after this amount of time. And if I talk about output current is nothing but GM2 into Vg. That means it is the function of Vg. Once Vg is settled, then only output current will change. And Vg we are calculating will be settling after Cg upon Gm1 time. Now we know Gm can be represented by 2Id upon VOB. If we are using constant current bias, then Gm value would be this. Let's put this value here in this equation. We get tau equal to Cg into overdrive divided by 2 into ID or I reference for this case. Now from here if you see, ideally what we want to have less amount of time for this gate potential to settle. If you want to have less RC, that is possible if you increase the I reference current value. If you increase I reference value, you won't have to change any W by L for diode connected MOSFET and your time constant will change. Your time constant will reduce. Now from this equation if you see, tau is also dependent on GM1. Let's say in order to improve the GM of this MOSFET, we increase its W by L ratio. If you are increasing the W by L of MOS M1, it will also increase the capacitance associated with this MOS. So how your time constant is going to change in that case? Because you are increasing GM1 also and you are increasing CG also. Let's talk about that also. If you are increasing W by L, your gap is directly proportional to change in area. Whereas your GM is inversely proportional to length. If I combine these two effects in tau calculation, so ultimately I will get W by L into 1 upon root L. That means tau is directly dependent on W into L. If you see, L factor is coming by 3 by 2 power. That means time constant is more dependent on length than width. So if you are increasing the length of this current mirror, which we usually do to avoid VDS mismatch concern and to improve the accuracy, we will end up having more delay. So there is a trade-off here. If you want to have faster response at gate, you want your gate potential to react fast, then the only option which you have is to increase the I reference current rather than increasing the size of MOS M1 more. Because if you increase I reference, your W by L will not change, but your tau will reduce. But usually we also study in current mirrors, in order to have proper accuracy and proper matching, we usually keep L 2 to 3 times of minimum length. So that we can do, but beyond that, if you want to decrease the settling time of this gate potential, try to increase I reference if possible. So that's all about this question. In this question, we have tried to analyze how much time this gate potential will take to settle if you are making any change in I reference, and then how long it will take for output current to mirror the same reference current change. So this is what we have derived here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video useful, please share with your friends, and if you are subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe.